I'm back from Brazil, where I had an amazing time attending the Latin American International Championships, which Miraidon EX was able to win, featuring the new Iron Hands EX from Paradox Rift. Unfortunately, I didn't play Miraidon. I played Gardevoir EX, and I had a pretty okay finish. I finished in the top 256 with a record of 5-3-1, which was good enough for 80 championship points towards my Worlds invite. But of course, now that I'm home, I'm very excited to try out the new builds of Miraidon EX. I've got a vlog on my Brazil trip coming out soon, which is going to showcase all of the cool things that I did and some really awesome people that I met, but I'm in the process of editing that now. So for today, I'm showing off Miraidon EX featuring Iron Hands. The Miraidon deck that I've been playing on stream this week is inspired by Juho's International Championship winning list, which I think had some really solid ideas. This deck plays Iron Hands EX as well as a double turbo energy to help power up its amazing Amp You Very Much attack, which does 120 damage for 1 lightning and 3 colorless energy, and if you take a knockout with this attack, you get to take an additional prize card. So you're going to want to use Iron Hands EX to knock out little Pokemon like Comfey, Sableye, Cramorant, and Radiant Greninja, and then use Miraidon EX and Raikou EX to knock out most of your other threats. Just the threat of Iron Hands EX on the bench and being able to trade 2 for 2 with single prize Pokemon is an amazing asset for this already proven and strong archetype, and something that gives Miraidon EX a dimension that it just didn't have previously. I'm excited for you to see the Miraidon Iron Hands deck in action, but before we get to the gameplay, let's hear a word from my sponsor, Full Grip Games. The Black Friday sale is live now at fullgripgames.com. 20% off the entire website. That's Pokemon TCG singles, sealed products, collection boxes, accessories, everything on fullgripgames.com is 20% off. And we've got a massive selection to choose from. You're not going to want to miss out on this, so make sure to head over to fullgripgames.com and do all of your holiday Pokemon shopping with Full Grip Games. Shopping at fullgripgames.com directly supports the content that I create here on Tricky Gym. So thank you so much for choosing Full Grip Games. Now, let's give some people these Iron Hands. Looks like I'm playing against Lost Zone Giratina. My opponent is going first, and I have a pretty limited opening hand, especially if my opponent slams a path to the peak down, and these Tina decks are known to play quite a few paths to the peak. They fortunately do not, and I top deck a Mareep, so really nothing going on here, which is not great. Yeah, I'll be able to draw a couple cards off of Restart, so let's see what we can do with that. I think I'm going Lightning to Iron Hands. And let's Rope. And see what they promote. And then I have to Switch Cart, Bravery Charm, Lightning, and just go, right? Okay. That's fine. Switch Cart, Bravery Charm, Lightning, and I get 2 cards, baby. Let's go. Restart. And that is really all you need to get going. We will gladly get the Squawk, and we will also seize. Let's do it. And now we're cooking. Okay, just like that. So let's see what we can do. I've got an Electric Generator. I've got a Forest Seal Stone. I got the Zapdos. The Zapdos doesn't really matter. We're going to Nest Ball for probably the Raikou. Raikou can wear the Forest Seal Stone and can just smack if I hit well off this generator. The Miraidon is less likely that we're going to get that thing powered up, but I guess I could just get the Miraidon and then use the Miraidon to go get. And I'm thinking we just rod the Raichu back in, assuming that the rod is in the deck, and it is. Yeah, so that's probably fine. So we're going to do that, and we're going to tandem unit for the Raikou. And then after thinning the deck like that, I'm good to generator. See what we hit. 2, dude. Well, let's go. It's pretty solid. There we go. 4 Sealstone onto the Raikou. And let's let her rip. And now look at us. Wow. That is fun, huh? How many cards does my opponent have in the Lost Zone? Just 1? Dang, this deck is cracked. Let's retreat first. And go fleet-footed. And we got Boss, that's cool. And I'm gonna save my V-Star. Probably just gonna let the rod put, you know, Zapdos, Raichu, Lightning back into... I don't need to put the Zapdos back in, I don't think, but we'll rod back in those. That's fine. Because I'll be getting Lightning into the discard pile for this guy anyway, because next turn I'm probably gonna... Well, we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm doing next turn. We'll figure it out when we get there. And then I will slam the path, though, so that they can't use Radiant Greninja anymore. And Rondo for 160. Thank you, Jonesy, for the sub and the 17 months. The rod, I'm coming around on the rod. The rod is good. And I like the rod because you really don't need 2 Raichu V. And you really don't need 2 Iron Hands. And you really don't need 2 Mew EX. And you really don't need 3 Flaaffy. But the rod, you know, can make all of those things kind of happen. So I like the rod. I do. I'm into it. I think it is quite good. My opponent's got Colress, 3 cards in the Lost Zone, 4 with the Flower Selecting. I've got double Boss in my hand, so I'm going to be able to chase down whatever I want. I do want to start loading energy onto Mew as well, so that it can be a threat. Because Giratina V-Star's Lost Impact does 280 damage, being able to copy that is quite good. The Iron Hands is also just a looming threat over here, right? With 280 hit points, this thing just being on the bench, like if at any point I get the opportunity to rip 2 prizes off a Comfy, that is so good. I mean, just really, really strong if we can do that. So that's kind of what we're building right now. We want to build towards all of those things. And if I just chase down this Tina, I mean, they're in a tough spot. And it looks like that's exactly what we're going to do, right? They've got 5 cards in the Lost Zone, 5 more cards to get to 10, so they're not really close to 10. And that Tina is kind of what they need in order to respond to any of my Pokemon right now. So we're okay just doing that. I can put this energy on the Iron Hands, and what this means is next turn, since they will not be able to respond to my Raikou, I can use my Forest Sealstone for the double turbo energy. Never mind, it's right there. I could just rip the double turbo energy off of my prizes, attach it to Iron Hands, and then we're up 2 more prizes, which is crazy. You can see how far ahead we could get, right? In this deck. And we're not even in Roxanne territory yet, so they can't Roxanne us. They could Iono us. we're just putting so much pressure on with this Raikou. It's crazy, really. And it's funny, I've heard a lot of people talking about, you know, with Entei Valiant becoming a real meta deck now, all 3 of the legendary beasts have become meta playable at this point. Suicune was the first one. With Melanie, it was played with Ludicolo and Inteleon. And then Raikou, of course, with the mid-Miraidon decks. And now Entei. I don't call them legendary dogs because they're not dogs. You think this is a dog? It's not a dog. That is a cat. They are legendary beasts. In fact, they're pretty much all cats. Raikou is definitely like a saber-toothed lion. And Entei is definitely a lion. Suicune is like, okay, it's also like kind of just like a beast, I guess. Raikou was also featured in Lost Zone Box. That's true, that's true. No, they're not the legendary dogs. Legendary beasts. Beast mode. Suicune is supposed to be a leopard. They're dinosaurs. Gosh, I can't wait until long necky Raikou comes out. I'm so excited. Oh, don't Greninja my Mareep. This is messed up. That's fine though. I mean, you put down the Tina, like I could. I guess I don't have boss knockout on the Tina. That seems like a suboptimal use of counter catcher, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, really gusting up a Pokemon with a single retreat in this deck is like, okay, I guess. But now you're just gonna get amped, right? I'm gonna amp you for 2, and then I'm probably gonna just start building up a Raichu play, right? Kind of seems like the best thing to do. I'll just keep this 4 Sealstone safe on my bench. And you can see how big of a difference this Iron Hands makes with your single prize matchups. Being able to chase down 2 prizers, whoa. Being able to chase down 2 prizers with Raikou and Miraidon, and then not caring when you have to knock out a single prizer because you could just hands it. I mean, it really helps you with your, you know, with your pacing in game, which is so good. All right, so they got some damage on the Raikou. I just want to go here, and we're going to switch carts. And I want to just draw more cards and get more energy onto Raikou if I can. So I think that's just what we're going to try and do. Just research here and let these cards go. Did I say Raikou? I meant Raichu. Excuse me. I could bench this other Mareep here. I didn't hit a generator. I could Ultra Ball away a Lightning and Miraidon and go for a generator with the 4 Sealstone, but that just all seems like a waste. I've only got 1 Lightning in the discard pile, so that's not bad. I think that's okay. Because they can't knock out the Mareep and the Raikou at the same time. So I think we're just going to do that. If they do knock out the Raikou, though, with, like, Sableye, well, then they just lose because I Iron Hands them. Yep, all right. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm going to bench the Mareep so that I have the option to close with Raichu. But it's so crazy that, like, if they just try to Sableye, they lose. That's blowing my mind. Like, amp you very much. I'll take 2 prizes on that Greninja. You thought that was a good idea? No. Now you absolutely have to use Giratina V-Star to knock this out. However, there is still a route for them, right? because they have Roxanne. Well, that's the thing, though. You're keeping my 4 Seal Stones, so never mind. Yeah, that's broken, actually. 4 Seal Stone is so good. Iron Hands is so good. They have to respond to the Iron Hands with Tina. They have to Roxanne me pretty much right now. We got 2 gates down, 2 Colress down, 3 gates down. Yeah, and they can't ignore the Iron Hands, because if they ignore Iron Hands, then I just win with Escape Rope or Boss. And they don't want that. I do have a Vacuum in the list right now, I think. So if I do get Roxanne to low and I have access to the Vacuum, I can play the Vacuum, bump the path, and start using Restart. That was the reason why I came around on the Vacuum. The fact that I can, it's a live card late game to bump the path so you can use Restart. They don't have Roxanne. Wow. Okay, that's big. That's big. So they have to Colress, which means that I'm gonna have the opportunity to be able to potentially just respond with a Raichu V for game. But I do need to hit some generators. However, I think I've only played 1 generator so far in this game. Yeah, just 1. So I've got 3 floating around in the deck. I've got Ultra Ball in my hand, which they did not disrupt away, and Research, and Flaaffy. So because they have to respond to the Iron Hands, that means that I keep these 2 energy on Raikou. I promote Mew EX. I can Ultra Ball for Raichu, who I super rotted back into the deck along with a couple of lightning energies. I can Flaaffy, I can attach. So all I need to do is hit 1 lightning off of 1 generator. This is so free, right? Because I've got 2. You're gonna counter catcher up my, but that is interesting. Okay. All right, so you're taking out this. If I had Boss or Escape Rope in my hand, you just lose on the spot with Iron Hands. But I don't, so that's fine. So it's a little bit of a risky play, but it paid off for them. Let's see what we can do. And there's a generator right there. We've got the Flaaffy. We've got Ultra Ball to discard these. And we're going to see what options we have in the deck. We've got 1 rope in deck, so if I hit the rope, it's instant win. And I've got 5 lightning left in the deck. Okay. So we're going to Ultra Ball for the Raichu. And we've got Attach. We've got Dynamotor. And we've got Generator. 6 times 5 is 300. There's nothing more to it. That's GG's. Later. GG's. GG's. Amp you very much for the game. Looks like I'm up against Luigi with my Miraidon deck. We've got a nice opening hand. I like what we see. This is about as good of a matchup as they come, so I'm very thrilled with that. And I think I'm going to try and hands them. Yes. What if I hands this Lugia for 3 prizes turn 2? I mean, that's just insane. That's nuts. We really don't need to do that, though. That seems kind of greedy. But it could be fun. So I will get the, I will certainly get the hands out. And then just retreat into Raikou. Fleet Feet. Nest Ball. Cool. Lightning. Path. End my turn. Your go, Luigi. What you got? Nothing. This game is already over. Turn 1 path. Raikou staring you down. Hitting you for weakness. I could Iron Hands Archeops or something if I wanted to. later in the game. I mean, that's just nuts, right? At some point in the game, if I need to knock out, I could Iron Hands a Luminion for 3 prizes. Right? There are just so many different things that you could do with this card once you get it powered up. And it just kind of looms here menacingly on the bench. It sits here. They have to Iono turn 1, which is fine. And we've got the absolutely cracked looking hand. You must get another Lugia V or else you lose. There it is. Okay, thank you. That's a good joke, Jason. Like that. You guys ready for Ampsgiving tomorrow? That's a good one. I love jokes. It's a good joke. Good old joke right there. Okay, we're gonna Ultra Ball away these. And get Flaaffy. I suppose you never actually Ultra Ball away 2 lightnings there. You probably get, well, it's fine. I'm gonna attach a Force Seal Stone. It's fine. It's fine. What am I gonna not find a lightning off this research? I've got the stone anyway. But I suppose there's probably an argument for just attaching that one to the active so that you're not like risking the whiff, right? Now we go, what, Dynamotor, attach, knockout? What in the world, man? That's crazy, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. Dynamotor. Dang, dude, you're getting sauced, my guy. Yeah, it's not looking pretty for you over here. Amp you very much. I will take 3 prizes on the second turn in the game. A 1, a 2, a 3. GG's. And I've still got my V-Star power. And I still got Path to the Peak in play. Yeah. And my hands has 280 hit points. Feels broken. And I've got 2 Flaaffy in play. Sheesh. Well, they got the Messagoza, but you have to respond to a 280 hit point hands. You have to. And how are you gonna do that? Now you put Luminion down. With Luminion down, all I have to do is get boss's orders. And that's 3 prizes for game. That's the 3-turn game. 3-turn game. Wow. That's crazy, bro. That's a 3-turn game. If you do not respond to my hands right this very second, that's 6 prizes in 3 turns. Holy smokes, dude. All right, there's the Luigi. You've got both Archeops in the discard pile. That's fine. So, Summoning Star, here they come. They're on the bench. But what can you do? Are you gonna hit me with Snorlax for 180? You're not removing my stone from play. You know you have that Luminion over there. Absolutely crazy. They got double Primal Turbo, load some energy into play. And then Snorlax will hit me with the Thumping Snore for 180 damage. And you can tell my opponent is playing Iron Hands themselves. They've got the Earthen Vessel. They can, you know, get water, fire, and lightning energy so that they can use their various Pokemon's attacks. But none of that matters because this is the 3-turn game with Iron Hands EX. Star Alchemy, Boss's Orders. I'll be taking that Luminion. Amp you very much. 3 prizes on Lugia V, 3 prizes on Luminion V. GG's. Looks like I'm up against a Lost Box deck. Time to give him my Iron Hands. Let's go. Gonna get my hands going right away. We've got a generator in hand, and I think I do also have the Squawk, yes. Wow, did you guys see that? Little green explosion there. No idea why that's there. Just a, you know, common PTCGL thing. And we'll bench Mareep. We will bench the Squawk. And I could Ultra Ball to thin my deck 1 more card, which is probably fine. Get a Lightning Energy into the discard pile. That's fine. Get Mew. Do that. Generator. We hit. Restart. Well, there's like my other Switch cards, you know. That's fine. Having a mid in play is fine. And I'll fleet-footed. I'll vacuum. No problem. Switch. And Squawk. Thank you, Firewall, for the sub. And it's looking like it's just going to be a lightning to my hands. And pass. You know, thank you, Firewall, for the Prime sub. Hiro Karami, Merjin, thank you all so much. Yes, I can Peony next turn for the guarantee, which is nice. We've got guaranteed double turbo energy since I can just go get the 4 Sealstone for the double turbo. And that is, I mean, the Peony is kind of just, it's like a Arven, but slightly different. We play 1 Arven in this list, and I've got 1 Peony in the list. Arven is obviously very good because it can go get 4 Sealstone, but Peony can just go get 2 generators, which is something that Arven cannot do. So I do like that. We got 1 lightning into the discard pile, so I mean, we could just go with research. Either way, I'm discarding my whole hand though, so in a way, why not just guarantee it, right? So I'm discarding my hand, so why not? Yeah. And oh lordy, no. I prized my 4 Sealstone. That's fine. We're just gonna do it this way then. Looks like it's double generator time. Easy money. See? We'll do it this way. And then restart. Easy money. And I would like to amp you very much for the 2 prize cards. Thank you. Thank you. Take my 2 prizes. And now you've got Zamazenta. Zamazenta only does 220. Iron Hands has 230 HP. So you have to deal with the hands. And the nice thing about the hands is it kind of just like forces you to go, at the very worst, it forces Lost Box to have to go 2-2 with it. They cannot ignore it. They have to answer the hands this turn or else. And my opponent only got like 1 card into the Lost Zone last turn, which means that I'm taking 2 more prizes, right? Just straight up. Like, you don't have the Culver's. They just haven't opened Culver's, and now we're just popping off, right? We go here, we research, and it's pretty much just lights out at this point. I've got a big charm for my hands. I've got a big charm for my Raikou. I don't even want to escape rope because we just want to knock out the active, so we're going to retreat. And then Ultra Ball away these. Save rope and boss for a game-winning amp because this amp is taking all 3 prizes. For show. And then I can Dynamotor, get that there, restart, draw 1 card, and amp you very much. I will take my 2 additional prize cards. Thank you. You guys like my Beetle impression? I hope that you do. Very proud of it. There's pretty much nothing you can do here. It needs higher pitch. All right, we got a pretty nice start. You guys think we can turn 1 hands, bro? Might be able to turn 1. You guys ready for a turn 1 Iron Hands? Come on. We can do it. Playing against Lost Box. They've got Water Energy in their deck, so it is probably Lost Zone Giratina, or maybe it's a Roaring Moon Lost Zone deck. That appears to be what it is. So we want to get a quick... Nice, we top deck the Miraidon, that's very good. We want to get a quick hands, and with the 4 Steel Stone and the Generator and the top deck of that Miraidon, that's about as strong of a start as they get. We've got Iron Hands and Mareep. I don't want Mareep. Oh, can't select the Miraidon. That would be too crazy. All right, so the game is just bugging out. Won't let me pick another Miraidon. That's fine. I'll get Iron Hands and Raikou. Sure. That seems fine. And then Mareep. And then I think it's just best a Generator. And we've got it. Just like that. Boom. It's that easy, folks. Fleetfoot. Nest Ball. Dang, it really is that easy. That's crazy. Let me make sure my double turbo energy's in this deck. It is. That's so nuts. And just like that, you're getting sauced, bud. Absolutely sauced. Let's go. I've been waiting all day for this turn 1 Iron Hands, and I am ready. Gimme that. Yup. Thank you. Thank you. Amp you very much. I'll be taking 2 prize cards. And now what do? You've got 1 card in the Lost Zone. You've got an Iron Hands, just taking 2 prizes every turn. Yeah, feels bad. If you're them, I mean, if you're me, then feels great. Yeah, if you're me, then this is exactly what we want. This is what we dream of. Yes. If you do not deal 230 damage to my hands right now, then it's over. That's right, and they know it is. Let's go, he scores. Yeah. That about does it for Iron Hands. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, make sure to like it and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. And check me out on Twitch. Also, the Full Grip Games 20% off Black Friday sale. See ya.